This is a sufficient assumption question. We can tell because if we have the assumption, then the conclusion follows logically. So the assumption is sufficient to validate our argument. It's going to guarantee our conclusion. And the conclusion is that the early entomologist was wrong. The early entomologist thought that these ants were bringing food to their neighbors. And so if that entomologist is wrong, then we're saying that they're not bringing food to their neighbors. And the evidence for that is that they're emptying their dumping site. And so we just need a linking assumption here, and we want to state it really strongly because we want to guarantee this conclusion. We're assuming that the neighbors don't eat anything from the dumping site. And as long as that's the case, then this conclusion is guaranteed. Let's go ahead and check out the answer choices. Our filter question in the answer choices here is, does this guarantee the conclusion? And saying ant societies don't interact the way human societies interact doesn't guarantee this conclusion. In fact, humans wouldn't eat things from other people's dump sites, but maybe ants would. Right? Telling me that they're different, that ant societies and human societies are different, doesn't guarantee this conclusion. So we got to stick to our guns here. We got to make sure that the right answer guarantees the conclusion. There's only weak evidence for the view that ants do gifts. That doesn't guarantee that they're not bringing food to their neighbors. Like, I need to 100% guarantee it beyond the shadow of a doubt. Saying this assumption really strongly would do it. There are probably some other independent ways to do it, like ants never bring food to their neighbors. An answer choice that said that would be good. But we got to guarantee this conclusion here. Ants' dumping sites do not contain particles that could be used as food. So there's no way they could be bringing food to their neighbors. Answer choice C is the one that gets the job done. But let's see what's wrong with D and E. The ants to whom the particles were brought never carried the particles into their own colonies, but they could have eaten them on the outside, right? They still could be food, right? As long as it still could be food, it's not guaranteeing the conclusion. And all of these allow the particles to still be food. The entomologist cited retracted his conclusion when he determined the particles were coming from the dumping site. But everybody could be wrong here. It still could be food. So the fact that the entomologist took his conclusion away doesn't talk about who's right or who's wrong. I need an answer choice that guarantees that it's not food, and only answer choice C does that.